Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do my morning skincare routine. It's very early. This is what I look like when I wake up, put my hair up. I don't necessarily wear the headbands that come with all of the cute things. I have them, but my hair is very straight and fine and thin, and the headbands always just move, and I don't have time for that. I'm too tired for all of that, so. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna take a couple of pumps of the cleansing oil. I just put it onto my fingers, 2 pumps, and then I'm gonna run it into my face, like so. Getting around good. In the morning when I wake up, I don't necessarily have a whole bunch of grime on my face, so I don't spend as much. At night, I normally use about 3 pumps, and I really work on that. So sometimes I rinse it off, sometimes I use a washcloth. I'm going to use the washcloth today. So, and then I just go like this. Wipe it all off. I love cleansing oils because it makes it so easy. So once I get all of it off on one side, I'm going to come over to the other, and this does sort of gently exfoliate my face as well, but what I find that it does using the washcloth is really get the gunk like off my face and out of my pores. Alright, so now that I've done that, I threw it into a bowl. I'm going to go ahead, and this is my Bitter Green Clay Cleanser. It's clay to foam. Cat hair. I've got cat hair on me. Ah, my cat got in here. Alright, so I just take this, rub it all over. Not getting it in my eyes, but I do clean my eyebrows with it. I have the tendency to get like little bumps into my eyebrows if I'm not careful, and I haven't had the micro blading done in a little while, so I can actually do that. So if you'll see, it's just around, not all the way into the hairline, but just like this. Alright, and then I'll wipe my hands off on this, but it's dirty now, so I'm gonna go rinse this out and I'll be right back. Okay, so I rinsed my washcloth out. I've got a little bit of extra water on my hands, which I'm going to actually use to go ahead and get this to foam up a little bit. When I rinse with just water, it really foams up. So it is an actual like clay to foaming cleanser. When I use the washcloth, it's not so much, but again, it gives me a little bit of extra exfoliation, which my skin I need. So then I'm just going to wipe it all off. And yes, I do cleanse my chin and my neck with the same products that I use on my face. I just feel like that's where a lot of age shows in women. So you can see it did not, I missed a little bit at the hairline. It did not take very much to clean all of that off, but it is very clean now. Sorry, got a bug bite. Yay, living in the South. So bugs, it's October and the bugs are out in force. So, okay. Now that I've got that done and cleaned off, it is time for the exfoliation part of my routine. And I'm actually going to be using the Intelligent Nutrients. I don't know if you can see that. It's Intelligent Nutrients Plant Stem Cell Science Refining Micro Polish. Now, I got this in, I think, a FabFitFun box. And when I first put it on, I was like, this is so slippery, and this has nothing in it no grit, nothing that I could feel to actually exfoliate. And I just thought it would not work whatsoever for my skin type. But I was pleasantly surprised that not only does it work, it really did make my face feel better, smoother, but it is not a heavy exfoliator, so I use this every other day, and I use a heavier exfoliator every day. But since I used this, I can use this and it's okay. So I just get, when I do it, I put about that much on my hand. You can see, not a lot, just a little bit. Get it on my fingertips, and then we go scrub, 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 scrub. And like I said, into my chin and my neck with this especially. I always exfoliate a lot on my chin and my neck. I exfoliate a lot up here because if I don't, I'll get breakouts. Exfoliating on my nose because it keeps my pores nice and small and the blackheads gone. My skin is very prone to blackheads, so I have to work really hard to keep them gone. Okay. This I do have to rinse off, so I'll be right back after I do that. Okay, so I got my exfoliator washed off. My skin feels very smooth, very, very clean, but this is the stage where your face will get dry, so it's important that you use some people use toner. For my skin, I need moisture badly at this point, so I'm using the Grace and Stella spray all day, just a rose spray, rose mist. I've really become a fan of the rose mist, which is kind of odd because I don't like roses. The smell doesn't bother me on this one. It's very light. There are some rose sprays that I've tried that were not okay. Like, they were very, very strong and just, ugh, couldn't take it. But this one's okay. So now we're just gonna wait a few minutes, let this dry. Everything has to dry completely, which is why this skincare routine takes so long. So this is gonna dry down and then we'll be all good. Okay, so my mist spray has settled into my face and it's all dry. So now it is time for essence. And I'm using the Time Revolution, the first essence treatment, the first treatment essence. It is similar to the SK2 or SKII formula, but at a fraction of the cost. I spent $20 on that bottle. And to be honest, for my skin, I really can't see a difference. So I'm pretty good on that. Just dry my hands off a little. And this, so I do about 3 shakes on my face, and that's enough to work it all the way down onto my neck. Again, everything that I do to my face, I do to my neck, and my chin, so that, you know, hopefully when I'm in my 50s and my 60s, it's not hanging down low. This doesn't take very long to dry, a little bit, but not too long. Alright, I'll be back as soon as it is dry. Okay, so now the essence has fully absorbed into my skin and it's time for my serum. So the serum that I use is the Joyal Beauty Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating Serum. I like this one because it absorbs very quickly. So I do 2 pumps of that. Go like this, and I always put it under my eyes first because, let's be real, at 37, this is where I need all the moisture, and so just go like that, and then I bring it down, and this one dries very quickly, so I can just kind of let it sit right there. With this one, I also typically take my little jade roller, and I like to roll it under my eyes and into it, and this just, it feels good because this is always nice and cold in the morning from being in the bathroom the whole night. So the cold feels so good, and my sinuses, I've still getting over stuff, but anything that keeps my sinuses clear, particularly with all these weather changes, is fantastic. And okay, so that's it. That's done on my face. So now I'm going to use True Skin Vitamin C Serum. And that with that, it comes with a little dropper bottle. So I'm going to get a little bit like this. And I normally do about 3 to 4 drops. So that was 4. And then again, just rub it in my fingers a little bit. Under my eyes. It's where I need a lot of the brightening. And this, because I've learned I can't rub this on. I have to pat it on, otherwise it's a sticky mess. I bought this because I wanted the brightening effects, especially for my under eyes. I don't know if you can see, but I've got some horrendous dark circles, and that's just my skin naturally. My mom's got them, my poor daughter's got them, my son's got them, but he doesn't care, but my daughter does. Okay, so that absorbs in, but it is tacky for about 10 minutes. So at this point at night, I would put on a sheet mask, maybe some under eye mask. During the day, I don't do that because I don't have an extra 20 minutes to just not do anything. So instead, I'm gonna about 10 minutes, finish drinking some coffee, probably play some Gardenscapes. Yeah, because I'm a little addicted to, but this is my chill time. So I'm just going to chill, let all of this dry, and then when my face isn't tacky anymore, then I'll move on to my moisturizer. So it's about 10 minutes later. My face is no longer tacky, so that's good. It's just completely matte now. So now it's time to apply my eye cream, and then my balm on my face. So coffee. Look. Hocus pocus. I need coffee to focus. Seriously, I do. Okay, anyway, so the eye cream that I've been using lately and really liking, because it goes fantastic under my eye makeup and under my concealer, is it's Kangen Snail Serum. So, and for everything that I'm using, if you're interested in it, I'm going to find the link to where you can buy it and put it down below. I don't make anything off of these. These are just products that I use. So if you're, interested in getting into it and you think that, you might want to. So you see, I just put, a little, like maybe a half of a pea size amount. You don't need a lot of this. It goes a long way. And I just put on my 2 middle fingers, and then we pat. Now, I did before try to use my little jade roller, my facial roller, with this, and it did not work well. This really sticks to and absorbs into whatever it goes on. And then I do kind of pat this down into my nose and then pat it out a little bit, because that's where my concealer goes, and I found that this makes my concealer go on very nice and smooth. I used to use like a pore primer, especially in this area because I tend to have very large pores through here, but I don't anymore because this stuff has really, it kind of smooths over and it's nice. All right, and it dries in instantly too, so that's great. Like I said, if you use the jade roller on it, the product's all going to be stuck to the roller, which wasn't good, so I didn't like that. All right. The next thing that I'm going to use is my Touch in Sol Glassy. Now, I do have some issues with this. I'm going to do a separate review on the products that I've gotten, and I might just do like a review one by one of each product that I use and put a video up of each one. I'm going to use this today, mainly because I didn't grab my other balm from the bathroom when I was in there, so it's okay. This is sitting on my little vanity, and I use very little amount on this, and then I really just kind of pat it in. But yeah, I'll post a separate review as to why I don't like this as much. For me personally, I'm sure that it really is, it feels good. It smells amazing. I love it. It's such like a very light floral scent, but it's very happy. All right, so that's it in, which is fine. And now it's time for my sunscreen. At night, I would be putting on a hydro mask to just have everything sit in. During the day, I'm going to use my Tonmully Fun Mango SPF. So this I actually use like a decent amount of, about that much, so probably like a pea and a half, but that's quite simply because I don't want to tan at all. I don't want to tan. I don't want to get wrinkles from the sun. So I use a lot of it. It's white. And it's really, and like, I'm not doing this with a mirror. I'm using a little viewfinder in my camera, but I've done this at night, asleep, you know, in the dark. And after a while you get so used to your routine that you don't have to really. I can feel when it's absorbed in, and yes, I am pulling on my skin, but with this I have to rub it in a little bit, and then I go through and I tap, 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 tap. And that, when you do this tapping motion on your face right here, it actually helps clear up your sinuses. My esthetician showed me that, and I'm like, oh, I guess that's why my nose starts running every time I wash my face. I have to go like this because it's opening up my sinus cavities and making it good. So, all right, so you're gonna see my skin is rather on the shiny side after all of that. And that, it's a lot shinier than it is normally, and I'll explain why. But the sunscreen is actually kind of shiny, but if you let it sit for about 30 minutes before you do anything, then it actually absorbs in and it's not shiny anymore. So, yeah. Lip product. So I always finish it off with a lip oil because I have to let it sit for so long. So I put a lip oil on my lips. At night I exfoliate my lips, and then I put the lip oil on. In the morning I put the lip oil on, and before I do my makeup I'll just wipe it off. But it really does just make my lips feel better. I don't know if it's actually doing anything for their appearance, but it makes them feel better, and that's all I really care about. So, okie dokie. I'll put in the videos, the separate little videos. I'm going to go ahead and shoot them now, but I'll put them in and I'll add links up here for all of them.